Director of Physical Therapy with Movement RX. So we're going to be getting you ready for WOD number 3 of the Empower event. So this event has a lot of different movements in it. We have handstand walks if we're in the RX division. We have deadlifts, burpees, pistols or goblet squats, as well as muscle ups or pull-ups. So a lot of different movements to get ready for. So we're going to focus on first is just a wrist mobilization. Just ready for those handstand walks. So tie up one of the smaller bands onto a rig there. Put a loop on the outside of your wrist there. Make sure you're really trying to get close to that wrist joint. So this is just going to give a little bit of distraction to your wrist, and we're going to be encouraging the movement of the natural joint motion that is happening with our joint with that wrist extension that we need to get into for those handstands. So fingers are going to be facing away from the rig. You can give a little pressure with your other hand on the top of your palm there. As you stretch further, you want your palm to maintain contact onto the floor. Just be stretching into those tight corners there. So if one corner is a little bit tighter than, let's say, this side, then you can focus on that side a little bit more. So again, just stretching into those corners there. So spend a couple minutes on each side there to get ready for those handstands. So the next one that we're going to be talking about is going to be a warm-up for our deadlifts. So we're going to get that posterior chain ready. So we're going to take the band. I would suggest like a green band is usually a good resistance. Step on the band just in your normal deadlift stance. You're going to step underneath of it. The band is going to go up over your shoulders there, and you're going to stand up with it. So from here in this position, you can either go completely straight legs or slightly bent legs, performing a deadlift like you normally would in your workout to try to get that posterior chain ready to fire for those deadlifts. So do a couple of sets of 10 with this just to get that ready for that. Come out of it nice and easy. So that's prep for the deadlift. The next movement is going to be our ankles. So we need to be ready for those weighted pistol squats or your goblet squats. So you're going to come over to another green band, or you can go a little bit smaller than this. Step inside the band. So the band is going to be pulling forward on your ankle. You want to make sure that your toes are facing forward there. I'm going to get into a lunge position. You want a good amount of tension on that band. Again, this is going to be encouraging those natural orthokinematics of that joint. So I'm going to make sure that my knee is going to be going over my toe. I'm just going to be stretching into that position there, and then back. Stretching into that position, and back. Make sure that your heel is maintaining contact with the floor the whole time. So again, spend a couple of minutes on each side, getting those ankles ready for that dorsiflexion with those squats. The next one that we're going to look at is internal rotation of our shoulder, as well as anterior tightness of our shoulder. So we have muscle ups and pull-ups, depending on what level you are. The muscle ups, we're going into that extension position with our shoulder, which requires internal rotation of our shoulder as well. So we're going to be doing a banded stretch for that. So again, you can use the same band. Green band is usually good. Set the band up to about elbow height. The band is just going to go just above your elbow there, and then it's going to go behind your back. So palm is facing towards the rig. You're going to step out on the band, making sure that our core is braced, our abdominals engaged. I'm not hyperextending my back. I want everything engaged. I'm going to place the back of my wrist on my lower torso there, and I'm just going to lean away from the band, filling that stretch. So you're going to feel it throughout your shoulder and probably a little bit into your pecs there as well. Again, stretching that. So hang out here for a couple of minutes, keep it active. You can do a little bit of push into the band there, 5 to 6 seconds. Relax into it a little bit further, but that's gonna help you when you catch that muscle up in that deep position. It's not gonna feel uncomfortable for your shoulders there. Once you get finished with that, it's gonna be important that we have a good length of our anterior muscles. So our pecs, those are one of our internal rotators of our shoulder. If they're super tight, it's not going to allow us to get into that good externally rotated position with our shoulders and our pull-ups. Very important. So you're going to find either a softball, you can do it with a lacrosse ball, or even a supernova if you have one. We're going to be targeting that pec area there. So place the ball there. We're going to be laying on your stomach. So the ball is going to be targeting that pec area. You're going to start with your palm facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to rotate around, coming up, palm is facing up. So you have a rotation component when you're doing this motion. Palm up, down, and up. So again, do that for a couple of minutes on each side. It's going to help get those tissues ready and an appropriate length to be ready for your movements. So that'll be all with the Empower event. See you all there.